What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, guys. So, man, news broke today earlier from Shams Charania. George Niang got traded to the Utah Jazz for along with some two-way contract player and 2 second-round picks, I believe it was, in exchange for George Niang. He went to the Utah Jazz. Now, the Utah Jazz have been kind of just loading up on like older, end of their prime kind of players. Kyle Anderson got traded to the Utah Jazz along with Kevin Love, and they also traded for Yusuf Nurkic not too long ago, and also they have they just traded for George Niang today. Now George Niang is not a terrible NBA player in my opinion, but he's not a good NBA player either. He's one of those type of players, it is what it is. But we're talking about Kevin Love in today's video, guys, because according to Brett Siegel, he's saying that word around the league is. Let me go ahead and show you guys this tweet right quick. Now I did read the article as well, but he said word around the league surrounding Love is that he wants to end up in Los Angeles. Now in the article that he wrote, he was talking about the Clippers and the Lakers. Like he wants to end up on one of those teams. He also mentioned the Minnesota Timberwolves. That's where Kevin Love started his career, and he also mentioned the Golden State Warriors, because in the Denver Nuggets, those are like some of the teams he can kind of end his career with, and maybe be like an end of the bench type of guy, and just tries to possibly go for another championship with one of those teams. Now, in order for the Lakers to even acquire Kevin Love, guys, we have to make some type of consolidation trade. We have to trade a few guys, like to dump some salary somewhere. And because right now we don't, even though we do have an open roster spot, same thing with the Clippers. Like we're like $1.1 million away from the first apron, getting hard capped at the first apron. And that's somewhere that you just do not want to be as an NBA team. So that's the reason why our roster spot is just probably going to be open until we make a consolidation trade. But if we were to make a consolidation trade, I'm hoping that it's some type of trade for a guy that's like a 3-and-D wing caliber player, like an Andrew Wiggins, or like we always talk about Matisse Thybulle, maybe like somewhere along, like somebody, Robert Williams, like one of these caliber players that can come in and just, even if they're a role player or a starter, like they're going to contribute to this team and they're going to be a part of the main rotation to help us win in the regular season and in the postseason. But what Kevin Love still brings to the table, guys, he still can stretch the floor. He still can rebound pretty well for the minutes he plays. He's never been a great defender. He's never been like a quick player or like a very like athletic player at all, or by any means. But he still can help you out in some ways. And my main thing is like, we'll look at the percentages and you guys can take a look at these stats. But I just want to kind of just talk about Kevin Love for a second. Like, in my opinion, Kevin Love can still bring some value to a team, because I feel like sometimes, guys, we kind of underrate how a player can be important to a team that just brings you great vibes all the time. Kind of like, bro, like when Jared Dudley was a part of our 2020 roster and the Lakers went to the finals and won the NBA championship, stuff like that. Like, I knew when they picked up Jared Dudley that Jared Dudley was not going to be any type of contributor to winning, but he always just brought great vibes, was always dancing, was always like celebrating with the team when they make threes, and just, Kevin Love can bring that same type of energy. He's like an OG like LeBron. They've won a championship together. They're really good friends right now. And some night, I really don't feel like, because Markieff Morris is going now. You notice, like, when we traded for Luka Doncic and Markieff Morris came over in that trade last season, who used to always sit next to LeBron at the end of the bench? It used to always be Markieff Morris. Markieff Morris is like on the same kind of timeline as LeBron. They're both older players. And I think Kevin Love, with the friendship that him and LeBron has, I think that could possibly give Bron a boost some nights. Like, maybe it's not some nights LeBron might not want to play a 40-minute game and stuff like that at full pace and full, just giving his all. Now, obviously, he's the ultimate competitor, the ultimate winner in the NBA. In my opinion, he's the greatest player of all time. I'm not saying that he needs somebody to sit next to him to motivate him to play. But maybe some nights, Bron might not be in the best mood, and like maybe Kevin Love can cheer him up or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that matters, bro. Just being in the locker room, always bringing positivity, always instilling confidence in his teammates. And who knows, if some guys go down, I mean, Kevin Love has a championship pedigree where he can come in the game, he can knock down some timely shots, maybe he can still rebound the ball. Like I said, he's still a big body, so he can give you some versatility. You can play him alongside some other bigs on this team as well, because he can spread the floor and shoot the three. Now this isn't any type of championship move or anything like that. I'm just kind of just going off of what's been reported and how Kevin Love can fit this team if he does join the Lakers, because obviously, like Brett Siegel said, there are sources that told him he wants to finish his career in LA. Now, if he goes to the Clippers, They have a pretty good team as well, but I can really see him coming to the Lakers because of his relationship with LeBron. And I think that the Lakers have a better team than the Clippers. I mean, we got Luka Doncic. You know, it's the way he's looking right now. Our roster is even better than it was last season, in my opinion. I think the relationship between Kevin Love and LeBron, I think that would be really, really. I think that would persuade Kevin Love to come to the Lakers if it was a choice between the Clippers and the Lakers. So I'm just trying to just talk about the things that he can bring to this team. You know, like I said, he's still a good rebounder. He has that championship DNA, still stretches the floor pretty well. And he can just really, like I said, guys, the Jared Dudley role on his team, he can really fit that role. And I think that, like I said, he will be able to motivate everybody. He will be able to, if you had a guy go down like your backup center like Jackson Hayes, some nights he could play. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he can come in some nights and knock down some threes. Or maybe he can come in some games and for stretches and knock down some threes and get some rebounds and play some solid defense and make some hustle plays and stuff like that. But just in general, though, I feel like the reason why the Lakers have not made a trade right now is because of second-round picks. The Lakers only have 1 second-round pick available to them right now because they use all those second-round picks to get Dorian Finney-Smith. I think they used like 3 of them to get Dorian Finney-Smith. Now, obviously, you did lose Dorian Finney-Smith, but you did gain 3 rotational players in the place of losing Dorian Finney-Smith. You spent that money that you lost for him and used all that money to get Marcus Smart, DeAndre Ayton, and Jake LaRavia. Now, all 3 of those guys are younger than Dorian Finney-Smith. I love Dorian Finney-Smith, man. Don't get me wrong. I love him on any team, and I love him on my team because he just does all the right things to help your team win. But if you told me before the offseason started that we're going to get Jake LaRavia, DeAndre Ayton, a starting caliber center, and one of the best defensive players of our generation, or of this what is the word I'm looking for? Of this era, and winning defensive player of the year is a guard and Marcus Smart. If you told me that we're going to replace Dorian Finney-Smith with those 3 players, I would do that 10 times out of 10. I love Dorian Finney-Smith, but that's just the truth. So one of the last things I've realized is we don't have the second-round picks. So I don't know if that might be a reason why we're not making a trade and doing some salary dumps and stuff like that. But the Jazz have made a couple salary dump type of trades with Yusuf Nurkic, Kevin Love, and Kyle Anderson, and now George Niang. And the Celtics. The Celtics made it today, and they traded second-round picks. Like all these second-round picks are being swapped around and swapped, and it just seems like they have a lot more value than we are considering. So the Lakers don't have a lot of second-round picks, so I don't know if that's going to stop them from making a consolidation trade. But now that Luka just pretty much said in his press conference when he signed his extension that we're going for it now, maybe the Lakers and Rob Pelinka, the front office, would be like, okay, let's do what we got to do to make a consolidation trade or make a trade to make some roster spots, get some roster spots open, to get 2 more rotational pieces on this team, and let's go ahead and go all in and go for the championship now. You got your superstar of the future. He just said he just signed an extension. As soon as he was eligible, the day he was eligible to sign his extension, he signed it. He is ready to win with this team now. He's not ready to win in 2 years. He's not ready to win in 3 years. He's not wanting to go out and try to find another star. Like, you have star players on this team right now. You need to go out and get the role players that are capable of being consistent and playing their roles and go all in to win a championship now. And if you have a roster spot or 2 left open, a guy like Kevin Love can really fit that mold of that Jared Dudley kind of role and fit this team perfectly in that role. I would love for a guy like Kevin Love to come over and play that Jared Dudley role for this team. So let me know how you guys feel about it in the comment section below, man. Do you guys want do you guys want Kevin Love to come over to the Lakers and play that Jared Dudley role with this team and maybe come in and just give you some good energy some nights and just always bring the positive vibes and just vibey, bro? Obviously, bringing over Kevin Love is not like a championship caliber move. I mean, Kevin Love is on the very end of his career. He's not a great player anymore. He's not really a rotational player every single night type of player. This team still needs another 3-and-D wing in order to put us over the top, I feel like. So I'm not saying that this is the move that's going to put us over the top. But if you do trade for a guy that can contribute to the team, like that 3-and-D wing or that backup center or both, and a guy like Kevin Love can be that 14th roster spot, 15th roster spot, and, just get his team a lot of great vibes and give us the confidence that we need to go win the championship. So y'all let me know how you feel about Kevin Love possibly signing with the Lakers. If he gets bought out with the Utah Jazz, it'll probably only be like a vet minimum contract. Let me know how you guys feel about it in the comment section below. Y'all be sure to drop a like on the video, man, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.